Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's second episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels, and in spite of what you're seeing there, no, we're not going back into the JRC. No, we've got some interesting things in regards to JD versus AH and some fantastic memes, which I finally broke down and became a part of after some seriously needed retail therapy. By the way, for those who don't know, my version of retail therapy requires useful things like, retention bands because I exercise like a psychotic maniac. That aside. Okay, so this came out yesterday. It's an update from the real Laura B. Now, who is shocked that AH is trying to, once again, get out of her Depo? Anybody surprised? Anybody surprised at all? Because, she was going to throw a fit like a 2-year-old because Johnny was trying to do it via Zoom like the planet was in the middle of 2020 at the worst part of the freaking epidemic. But no, because it's her and she's a woman and she has a child, even though she's been jet setting around the place like a teenager with no mask and no concept at all of safety of the people around her. Yeah, no, suddenly now she's afraid of Omicron, and suddenly now she's afraid for her infant daughter. And of course, she fears us. Okay, so let's take a look at this. And as you know, I have to clap back. But let's first take a look, see here. And yes, you might have to deal with my not so party face doing a close up so I can actually read this shit. I can't see it. Hopefully she has close-ups of it. Here, hold on. Please tell me this is a... Laura. Trying to see it here, guys. You're gonna have to bear with me. I'm sorry. There we go. There's something I can actually read. Mr. Depp's demand that Miss Heard not wear a mask is also on the heels of emergence of blank. The security precautions for private building access security at the location of deposition and police contact information. Hold up a second. Flim went down wrong. I'm not redoing this, but deal with the coughs. Okay. The security precautions for private building access security at the location of the deposition and police contact information that Mr. Depp previously agreed to are critically important to the nameless one and her counsel's safety, as she and her counsel have received death threats, and Mr. Depp's fans, who are averse to AH, are aware of the details of AH's deposition. For example, the Twitter account. Oh, here we go. What do you think we are? Psychic? Master hackers? What in the name of God is this woman so entitled that she feels that we are so upset that we're going to hack into files just to figure out her location? Honey, I'm sorry, but you're not that high on my priority list. Let's see. I fight the JRC on a daily basis. I have a full-time job. I'm also a mentor-to-mentor participant. I do local advocacy events. I interact with others seeking my help on a daily basis in regards to getting diagnoses for autism, ADHD, what have you. And your ass really thinks that you be so important, that you live so much rent-free in my head, that I'm just going to pack up everything, spend what little money I have that, needs to go to things like rent, like real people, and I'm just going to go over there to Virginia just to put you and your daughter in danger. Girl, what are you smoking? And what death threats, honey? What are these death threats you keep saying that we are giving? No one's giving you death threats, honey. No one's giving you death threats. Nobody's going to jail for you. Can I put it bluntly? Nobody's going to jail for you. Honey, the only thing that we are all wanting is to see you behind bars. We don't want you harmed, just behind bars. That's all. That's all. Really? Really? And not a single one of us has ever expressed anything but concern for your child. You soulless, self-involved, self-in-love piece of human ableist garbage. God. By the way, your stands are also very ableist. And if you want to know, say, tell me, prove it, I got screenshots. Just saying. Moving on. Ms. A.H. therefore respectfully requests the court enter the attached protective order reflecting the reasonable protocols and procedures to ensure sufficient health and safety and protection for all individuals attending the deposition, and if not met, the deposition to be take place by Zoom. Alternatively, A.H. asked the court to simply order the deposition to be taken by Zoom in light of the circumstances leading up to the emergency motion and the existing seriously health and safety concerns. Is that so? You didn't seem to take health and safety and concern when you were throwing a fit and demanding that Depp go and do it right in the middle of the worst of the pandemic. Oh no, but since it's you and you're a woman, so you should get special treatment. This self-entitlement that you have is insane. This self-entitlement sentimentality that her and her stands all seem to have is beyond disturbing to me. Just beyond disturbing. It's like nobody ever sat them down and had that serious adult conversation that my parents had with me as a child. The world doesn't give a shit about you. You are not special. You are not going to get special treatment. If you want respect, you have to earn respect. If you want something, work hard for it. It seems like nobody ever had this conversation with her or her stands in their entire lives. In fact, I was told I was going to have to work twice as hard as everyone else to get what I wanted to have in life. Because disability. And they weren't saying it to be ableist, they were saying it to be factual. They were trying to prepare me for what I was getting ready to run into in the adult world. And they have yet to be wrong. I don't even know what to tell you folks on that one. But other than A.H. thinks that she's entitled to the things that she didn't think Depp should get to have, and threw a little freaking hissy fit about when he asked to go on Zoom, because at the time it was at the height of the pandemic. He was in another goddamn country at the time, and he was getting ready to be a part of a film, which of course she pushed to get him out of, didn't she? Just saying. Just saying. Okay. On the lighter note of things, something else came out yesterday. And yes, we are going to have to go through the notifications. Let's see here. We had good old Sturge pop up. So here's what delusional Sturge had to say. AH's lawyer had to file an emergency motion because the people that's not involved in the case has been leaking information about her planned actual dates of her deposition. And that's Tug. Honey, these are publicly available on the District Court of Virginia's website. My God, why are you so stupid? Because Depp's team has no real point at disposing her. Disposing her? Dude. Like, your spelling, dude. Other than trying to hurt her. No, honey. It's called She is Being Sued for Being a Fucking Liar. And guess what, Sturge? All the evidence backs it up. Ugh. And of course, you know me. What on earth makes these people think that we give enough of a damn about this woman? Especially me. I live halfway across the country from Virginia. On one hand, yes, I'm going to do my damnedest to get to the trial. But I'm sure as hell not going to just drop everything to travel halfway across the country for her deposition. Like, why? Why? I have a full-time job. I've got a lot going on with the neurodiversity and autism movements right now. Hands are in a lot of pies. I'm busy, Sturge. Busy with real things that affect real people and families. I'm sorry if your queen doesn't exactly ping on my goddamn radar right now. Just saying. Just saying. But anyways, some fun happened the other day, so I might have to do some scrolling because I don't have an edit button. But if you can see all the alpacas, there's a reason behind that. So I'm gonna have to find it from the earlier. Yes, look at all the alpacas, folks. I promise there's a point. Excuse me. Come on, where's the alpaca thing? Okay, I'll have to scroll up. I'll find it here. I promise it will be worth it. Okay, here we are. This is where it comes from. Let me go up here. Okay. We got a new hashtag up, folks. And here's where it's from. I can tell you God's honest truth. This is from Planet Depos. Okay, this is conducted November 10th, 2020, last year. Right now, based on everything, if they came to me with 300 million and a million alpacas, nothing on this earth would get me to go back to work with Disney on Pirates of the Caribbean film. Yeah. A million alpacas, he says. So, since then, a new little hashtag has come out. And let's take a look, folks. Let's end this on a high note here. The memes, they've been going all day. Let's see the latest. Let's get some memes in here. Oh my gosh, this is brilliant. And it's trending, guys. Look at that. Good job. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and close out the vid, folks. I'm definitely glad to be able to give you a little bit of fun there after all of that nonsense. So, we have AH as usual being self entitled, using her daughter as a shield, and trying to make us into some kind of threatening mob out of some kind of, I don't know, 1940s gangster movie? I don't even know. I don't think her and her stands realize we have real lives, real jobs, real full time jobs. Mine requires me to stay in my seat the good majority of the day because call center. So, yeah, we're not going to go leave our jobs for you people. Nor does AH register so high on our priority list that we're just going to drop everything and risk losing our own jobs just to make her feel afraid. Really? 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 And on that note, folks, I'm going to go ahead and close out this afternoon. We don't get very many views on this channel. The few that we do tend to get removed from time to time. So please don't forget to hit that like button, hit subscribe. Don't forget to hit the comments. I do appreciate your time this afternoon. Forgive the babble. I'm half awake. I hope you all have a good one. Bye-bye.